How we doing, folks? Andre Pillow, player development professional at BLYTHEFIELD Country Club and founder of DNA Golf Instruction. I've been getting some questions about working the ball, or is it better to hit the ball left or right to left? It's sort of a loaded question, but I wanted to talk about how I do it. I am a person that feels comfortable working the balls both ways, but typically do tend to play more of a fade. I feel like it's more controllable. You probably hear that a lot from guys that grew up playing golf in the 80s and 90s, because that's what we saw a lot as well. So what I first want to discuss here, obviously with alignment, is how I set up for each one of those shots. So I have my camera here, secondary camera as always, and we'll focus on this back camera. If I pull the ball over here, and we imagine this noodle in front of me as my target line, and this line kind of giving us a feel of that target line at address here. If I wanted to imagine hitting a golf ball straight, I want that club face to be square to that target and to get my body parallel to it. So that orange line sort of represents the body being parallel to our target, okay? Now, if I want to hit a cut from this position, and let's say that I had a tree where that alignment stick was, but my hole was passive. There's a blue flag out in the distance sort of on this line, and that was our target. Well, at the very end, I want it to go in that direction, but I want to go around that element, tree, or whatever's in front of me. So the way that we do that, and the way that I hit my cut, is by having my club face aimed sort of in the direction I want the ball to end up in. Then with my body, I'm going to aim that out to the left if I'm hitting a cut, okay? Not just the feet. We're not just going to move the feet that way. We're going to move the feet, knees, hips, and our upper body all on that target line. So it's almost like we're imagining swinging to the side that our body's aimed at with a club face that is open or aimed at our target, okay? The whole idea here is that our path is going to dictate the early direction. Our club face is going to dictate what happens once we get the club off of our club face. So if I set up here, we'll go and hit one. Club face is going to start pretty much square down the line there. But now my body is going to aim to the left in everything, okay? So I'll set up this way, club face is straight, and let's see what happens here. All right, so it started that way, and it's working its way back towards that blue flag in the distance, okay? So that's the way I like to do it. You'll hear a lot of people exaggerate their finish or exaggerate what they do with their wrist hinge early to promote more of that fade and to make sure that they're not getting the draw parameters in there, okay? But for me, it's as simple as club face aimed where I want the ball to go, body, shoulders, hips, everything is aimed to the left where I want it to start. And the only thing I might do that's interesting or different in relation to my normal swing if I'm aiming straight is I may exaggerate my finish and try to have a higher finish just to ensure that the potential for that cut is there, okay? Now, no different for the other way. Now, when I talk about hitting draws, we want to have our body aimed to the right of the object we want to go around, that tree in the fairway, whatever it is. But yet we still want to have our club face aimed at where we want the ball to go, okay? This takes a lot of practice, and everyone's a little unique with it, but I think this is a good starting point for most people. And if you can pull off one of these shots, it's great. If you can pull off both of them under pressure, I think it really helps your golf game and helps your ability to score well because of the versatility in the shots you can create. So let's pull another ball over here. And just like I did before, club face is going to be pretty much aimed right down where I want it to go in the distance there, or in our example here at the noodle. And my body is going to aim out to the right, and not just my feet, but everything. Shoulders, hips, knees, everything's aimed that way. So let's go and hit one. And I'm imagining that I'm swinging on the same path as my body here. All right, so that worked out really well. It started out to the right, and once again, it worked back around our noodle and towards the blue flag there, okay? So, same thing with the draw. Instead of having the high finish, which might promote a little more of a fade for me, I don't really think about doing anything different, except that finish may end up being a little bit lower and a little bit more rounded, to promote a little more of that draw, okay? But think about your club face direction being aimed at where you want the ball to go, okay? Then also, think about not just your feet, but your entire body being aimed in the direction you want to start your ball. And that should help you with your fade or your draw. Give it a try and let me know if it works for you, and hopefully it helps you with your scores.